Hello, welcome to OMAT. We are about to do 8 simple exercises. Simple, not easy. We'll get into it in just a moment. First, my thought of the day. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but when I was younger, I was a quiet kid. And that quiet turned me into a shy person, which worked for me for a little while, but then I felt that it started to hold me back. So I started working on getting out of my shell. And boy, that looked embarrassing sometimes. I went from too quiet to too loud sometimes. And I had to learn that maybe smaller, more experimental steps worked. And it was worth it. What I did was borrow from people that I saw that were confident, and I practiced what I admired in them. And I really believe that it's worth looking at our coping mechanisms because what used to work for me might not work right now. So every once in a while, I go, how is that working for me? Taking a look and experimenting. Let's get into our practice. And this practice is all experimental. We're trying things on. So right now, we're trying to get present. Experiment with it. Look around. Go, oh, you know that thing that I was supposed to do before, after, what's going on? All of that can stop so that we can get present. We can know, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. Let's get into our first exercise, and we're practicing. We're experimenting with this. We're looking for gratitude as a warm up to that muscle so that we can reach for the muscle when we need it. Right now, we're practicing, looking for one or more things to be grateful for right now. Let's wrap for now, finding our water. And when I first started practicing gratitude, I didn't think that I was a person who practiced gratitude. I really genuinely thought, oh, that's for people like Oprah who will forever have things to be grateful for. At a drop of a dime, I could think of what she could be grateful for. But as I practiced, I saw the benefit of it. Let's keep practicing. Let's go into our meditation where we're not trying to find epiphanies. We're not trying to stop all of our thoughts. We're working on the muscle of controlling what we're thinking about. So let's decide, what would you like to think about in this next minute? And then we're going to practice it. Would you like to follow your breath? Would you like to plant your feet on the ground and just think of where your feet are the entire time? Whatever it is, let's sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. We don't have to think about ourselves as meditators. We don't turn into a monk after 1 minute of meditation. We're practicing pausing thoughts and having some control over what's going through our brain. Here's another exercise that helps us do that. Writing things down. What to write, what to write. Write those words, right? What should I write? As long as you write, make up words, be it silly, be it angry, whatever it is, it doesn't turn you into that. It allows the release of it from your mind onto that piece of paper. Let's practice by writing one or more words right now. Let's wrap our writing for now, finding our water. And maybe with 10 seconds left, you just started writing, and now I'm asking you to stop. Wonderful. That's another practice, is starting and stopping and moving on. Let's practice moving on. We're going to do some yoga, a sun salutation. If you're comfortable with the sun salutation, great. If you want to do some of the poses, skip others, make up some, whatever it is, let's change our positions of our body. That's what we're doing right now. Let's start. If you could stand, go ahead and stand. Find some space and inhale your arms out and up. Keep breathing in, keep inhaling, looking up, reaching up. And when you're ready, exhale and fold forward. Hang over your feet. Keep your knees as bent as you'd like here. The stretch is in the back. Maybe shake your head no or yes. And when you're ready, flatten out the back, halfway lift, look up and straighten the knees. Now let's get into a high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back. You're in a high plank. Feel the strength before you lower slowly all the way down to the ground. Now that your body's on the ground, push your palms and your chest will come up, your head will come up, look up, and let's meet in down dog. Hips up. Your face is facing your thighs here. And walk your feet towards your hands and start rolling up slowly, meeting your palms above the head, and then exhaling them down to the center of the chest. Maybe pausing here. Maybe stopping right there, getting some water. Now, no matter what poses you did or didn't do, your body might feel a little warmer now. We're going to take that warmth into our next exercise of plank. Get into plank mode. What does that mean? For me, in my head, I go, I have the strength and I'm about to prove it to myself. I'm about to say, hey, I promised myself I would do this and I'm going to keep my promises. So let's get in that ready position. We're going to go up for 1 second. That's all we need to think about. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Up in the plank pose in whatever way. If you need to modify it, knees on the ground, whatever you need to do, let's get in the most strong position you can get into here, and that's 10 seconds already. And I know it's challenging. As soon as we get up in that pose, let's make sure we're breathing. That's 20 seconds. Actually follow your breath, focusing more on the breath than the muscles needed to use to stay up in this position. That's 30 seconds. Check you out. If you came down off your plank, totally fine. That's what's happening today, but take a deep breath. Consider coming back up for the final 20 seconds. Find your strength. That's part of this exercise. working your mind and body, going, I can do this. My body says, okay, I'll do it for 10 more seconds. And when my body is not hurting but wants to come down, I say, come on, give me 3 seconds, 2, 1, and you're done. Come on down off your plank. Take a few seconds to catch your breath. Maybe do one of the stretches from the sun salutation, finding the water. And of course, finding credit. And we're going to find it physically. We're inhaling the arms up, getting that air into our body and reaching back, patting ourselves on the back. And sometimes I pat myself on the back. Sometimes I do a little shimmy shake because that is how I celebrate. Let's keep going. Let's break some procrastination. Now, one of the hardest parts of breaking procrastination is getting started. So what we're going to do right now is look for something small. And that's what we're going to do whenever we come on to some procrastination. We're going to look for the smallest task. Let's experiment. Let's find that task and take action right now. Let's wrap the experiment for now, finding our water. And if you notice, I don't say things like, we only have 10 seconds. Come on, get what you can done, because we're not trying to rush through this. We're experimenting. Time takes time, and we're noticing what time takes the kind of action that we're looking for. Let's move on into our connection minute. We're looking to connect with another human being here in the simplest way, in a way that doesn't put any pressure, not on you, not on that person. If they came up in your gratitude list, if while you were meditating, they came up and said in your brain, I'm glad that person's in my life. Let them know. Let's take some action here. Let's look to connect right now. Let's wrap for now, finding our water. Noticing again, I'm not rushing you through. You don't have to hit that send button. We're looking for connection. We're warming up that muscle for the rest of the day. Let's keep going. Now, if you only did 2 out of the 7 exercises that we did so far, let this be the 3rd. It's fine. That's what it is for today, but let's put the energy into it. Let's get going, find an exercise, and start in 3, 2, 1. Move your body in any way. Find a way to move it. If that's jumping jacks, if that's just taking a walk around the room, that's 10 seconds already. Now, if you haven't started, start now. Now is always a good time to start. We're in for 20 seconds, making sure that we're breathing. When we exercise, sometimes we hold our breath. So take some time to follow the breath, making sure you're not holding it. for 30 more seconds. Let's keep this energy going. If you want to stop, but you're not hurting yourself, ask yourself, can I get another second? For 20 seconds, can I generate enough energy to keep moving? How do I do that? By continuing to move. If I need to slow down, that's fine. But for 10 more seconds, I'm going to find a way to keep this up. 5 more. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Great job. How does that feel to take OMAT, whether it's 1, 3, 5, or all 8 of the exercises? Thank you for experimenting. Thanks for taking OMAT today.